I want to go back to what I was saying before they cut me off in the last video. So as I'm putting up more proof, they said that's changed their plan. So what they're doing is they have a plan for me and they're going like line by line on a plan, which is not a human interaction. So their whole idea behind this is based on something that isn't making any sense. So if I went by their plan, I wouldn't be human. So their AI isn't based on human actions. So let me tell you their plan so that then you guys who are following along with this will get an idea and you guys can figure out what they're thinking from that. Because I'm always going back to that AI based on their mind premise that I was telling you guys about before. But since I don't have AI technology, I just have to do it like a human would. So the first plan was to cause chaos and drama, cause me to lose my memory so that then they can come into my life and pretend that things were something that they weren't. They just knocked. The other part of the plan was to make me too sick to work so that I would just automatically lose things because I would start selling things at a very low price or I would not be able to afford it. The next plan was to deny that I'm having any ailments before I get my medical reports. But once I get my medical reports and read it myself, to say, well, the medical reports are false. What kind of hospital would give medical reports that have a diagnosis and make it false? I mean, I would have to then be, I don't know, it's impossible. The next plan was then to get me to a point where I would approach people stalking, harassing, and torturing me. Again, that isn't even making any sense. So then the last plan was to get me to join the very people harassing, stalking, and torturing me. Again, that doesn't make any sense. But as you can tell, they definitely have a plan. So their new plan, this is the new plan, is to tell me what to type to people who I was in contact with that they didn't want me to be in contact with, so that then they can claim credit for me being in contact with them. So they're just saying now that wouldn't make any sense either because that would be part of the entire setup. So that's the point. As I'm putting thumbnails of other people's experiences, they're trying to suggest what I put up as a thumbnail to then say that anything that corresponds to that actually happens was part of me joining forces and making it happen. Again, you guys know I have no power over any of this. And that wasn't their plan. Their plan was to make it seem like I'm the one in the powerful position. But I'm going to use a thumbnail that somebody put up that says this is being done by people who have power. It has to be. A bunch of powerless people cannot do these things. They're doing huge things before we even know about it. And I've already used thumbnails from my Fashion Fun Femme Twitter account from 2019, before most of us even understood what AI would be. They already knew it. So they already knew about all the technology, all the possibilities, all the different plans that they would come up with for this, the scams, the scheme. Before most of us would even think about these scams and schemes, they already had the information. So when they keep trying to say, I'm the one who predicted it, how would I have even known? Like the thought of someone being able to use AI in any way that would affect everyday life would have been something for me like, what? What do you mean? Artificial intelligence like the movie in everyday life? What would you do with it? They knew it already. They already knew. Thank you for watching.